Hey everyone, Manatee Waifu here with another video about my pandemic pregnancy. Today is the 21st of March, 2020. So I feel like I've gone through every emotion imaginable this week. My blood sugar was really difficult to control. I was worried about going into work because they don't want to shut my store down, and it's not an essential store either, so it's not like a grocery store, that sort of thing. It's a craft and hobby store. My baby shower was also canceled. So just kind of as a recap, I'm 34 weeks pregnant. My due date is April 30th, and I have gestational diabetes, which is currently being controlled only by diet and exercise. As far as my blood sugar goes, I had 2 spikes in one day earlier this week, which is incredibly abnormal. Usually if I do spike, it's like maybe once every 3 or 4 days, and it's usually because I overate. Yeah, it was definitely, I definitely didn't overeat in as far as carbs go. I just spiked. I had like a 14-point spike and then a 15-point spike, one meal after the other. And, so yeah, I also had a spike yesterday after my breakfast, which was crazy too, because for breakfast I'm allowed 50 carbs. My meal yesterday for breakfast was actually only 30 carbs. And I just didn't really have time to like make anything else to like hit my 30 carb goal. So yeah, it was only 30 carbs, and I still spiked yesterday. And this was before I went into work. So I went into work and I talked to my manager, and I told her that I didn't feel comfortable working right now and that I would like to come back after we're kind of on the downswing of this virus, which will probably be after I give birth. Fortunately, she said that she totally understands and that day could be my last day. And she also said she would rehire me in a heartbeat once everything kind of comes back to normal. And like, it was like instantly my blood sugar was manageable again, like instantly. So, just as a recap, that morning, my blood sugar spiked. I go into work. I talk to my manager. For lunch, I ate something that made me close to spiking the day before. So the day before I ate chicken and rice I think it was with broccoli, but, that made me almost spike at 139. 140 is 140 or higher is me spiking. So I was 139 after testing for that meal the day before. So I ate basically the same thing, chicken and rice with broccoli, and my blood sugar ended up being at 99. So that's a 40-point drop from the day before. So I'm 100% convinced that my elevated blood sugar was definitely due to stress. And, yesterday before I went into work, I had oatmeal and eggs. And like I said, it has less carbs than what I'm allowed to have. But, I thought I was going to be fine. But I had a spike of 142. So that was only 2 points over. I mean, but that's still over. But today I had the same meal and my blood sugar ended up only being at 113. So I have an appointment with my midwife this upcoming week. I think it's Tuesday. And I'm hoping that she sees that and understands that all the stress from the coronavirus news and all the worries I'd been having about having to work, that those caused my numbers to be pretty bad. And because I really don't want to go on insulin. I want to try to manage this the best I can without having to do insulin. I mean, if I end up needing insulin, that's understandable, but I want to try to go as long as possible without needing insulin. So one thing that has really irritated me has been how nonchalant and conspiracy theory-y so many people are being right now about this. I live in Missouri. We are one of the only states that isn't banning like large gatherings, that sort of thing. And it's kind of infuriating because it kind of makes people not take it seriously. And what's the craziest is that, the most vulnerable at-risk people, the older generations, they're the ones that really don't seem to care all that much right now, at least here. So we have this crazy bitch at work. She is the kind of person who thinks that the government controls the weather. She has a lot of out there beliefs, like we should castrate all rapists and murderers and their children, because she thinks that all of that is like strictly genetic. She's crazy. So that's just, I just trying to let you kind of know what kind of person she is. So I walked into the break room the other day, and I guess she had been talking about the virus with someone, and she said, when she saw me, she said, she's lucky pregnant women aren't getting the virus. And I set her straight because I don't have the patience at the moment for bullshit. And I told her that, yeah, I was like, yes, we are. And that, there was a pregnant woman in the UK who gave birth while having the virus, and then the baby then tested positive for the virus. And the crazy bitch just scoffed and said like, oh, well, I don't know where you read that from. And I was like, I've read it from several verified sources. Like, I'm not like reading these obscure like online forums. I don't know where she gets her information. Part of me thinks that she just reads headlines and she just infers what the rest of the article has to say. I don't know, maybe she has like a mini stroke when she reads the headline and she thinks afterwards that she had read it and it's actually just a bunch of bullshit. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not about to let someone tell me that they know more about how the virus affects people in my situation unless they have a degree in like virology or multiple years as a medical professional, not someone who stocks shelves at a craft and hobby store. Like, no. So, also, she thinks that the virus was created by some doctor at Harvard, and I have zero idea where she got that information from. Like, I don't know if she's like an InfoWars person. She like doesn't seem to be like politically leaning towards the InfoWars kind of area. I don't know. She's crazy. She is crazy. But I did a carry up for a customer also, and he mentioned how he's never seen our parking lot so empty. And I agreed with him, and I was just like, yeah, it's, kind of strange. And he said, it's okay. God will protect us. And I wanted to scream. I wanted to be like, yeah, but God also lets like good and faithful people have bad things happen to them all the time. Like God also once wiped out the entire earth with a flood. Like, I don't want to get into religion on this channel because I am religious, but God gave us knowledge and understanding and the ability to look at a situation and make appropriate responses to it. You don't see a train chugging along the tracks and decide to stand on a railroad tie and pray that God will save you from being hit by the train. You avoid the damn train. That's like, I don't know. It's so frustrating that, yeah, like people are like, well, I'm praying about the virus and I have faith that I won't get it. And I'm like, yeah, but like viruses don't care about what God you worship, like for real. So I don't know. But I'm recording this on the 21st, and at this very moment, I'm supposed to have my baby shower. I'm still upset about it, but we are fortunate enough to have a lot of friends and family that are willing and eager to help us get ready for baby. They all understand that we're in kind of a crazy predicament. We're kind of in uncharted territory right now, and it's going to be a rough couple of months, but I'm kind of optimistic, I guess. But we'll see how everything kind of really pans out. I think that it's definitely going to get a lot worse before it gets better. But I definitely think that it's going to be manageable. I mean, this baby is going to be born into a world that is kind of crazy. So his bar for crazy is probably going to be pretty low. So he'll be able to handle anything in his life. But anyway, thank you so much for watching or listening. If you're just listening, since I'm just playing a game while I dub over this, I actually plan on hooking up my camera soon so I can do videos at my computer so you can see my disheveled quarantine hair. If you liked this video, please give it a like. And if you want to continue to follow my journey as a pregnant woman during this pandemic, feel free to subscribe. I also would appreciate if you left a comment below. I will try to reply to anyone who comments. I hope that everyone is staying safe, social distancing, and taking breaks from media when you feel overwhelmed. And please, please, please try to have a great day. Bye.